Hello and welcome. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are seeing this or whenever you are seeing this. Welcome back to this channel. So we are here talking about the quant topics that are relevant for your CAT, NMAT, SNAP, IIFT kind of exam. So in the previous session, we talked about and the permutation combination fundamentals, which is one of the key area you would understand from your CAT preparation, quant preparation point of view. So a lot of our students are not very comfortable in permutation combination. So I urge you to go through the fundamentals without having a blocker in your head that it is a tough area. So it's a very much doable area. Please go through the fundamentals where we have decoded all the concepts in a very easily understandable manner. If you still have any doubt, you can please reach out to me on the mail ID given in the description box. So this session is primarily talking about the problems that we can solve to further strengthen our concepts. So first we go through the concept if you have not gone through yet, but otherwise let's start with the problems. And to this session we are going to talk about some of the fundamental problems that will help you cement your understanding much better. And then in the subsequent session we will talk about the advanced level problems on permutation combination, typically level 2, level 3 kind of a problem. So with that, let's get started. So let's say I'll take an example and try to solve the problem and try to solve maximum different type of problem with that example before I move to the other. So the first problem will be like that. So let's say there are 5 digits. Just a minute. Okay. So let's say there are 5 digits. Let's say 0, 2, 3, 5, and 8. Okay. Now let's solve the first type of problem. How many 5-digit number you can make? How many 5-digit number is possible with this 5-digit? So let's say 5-digit number means there should be 5 places. Okay. So in this 5 places, how we can place the 5 digits? The first place can be filled by 2, 3, 5, or 8. So 4 ways, because 0 cannot come in the first place. So the first place can be filled 4 ways, any one of the 4 digits. For each of this digit, let's say I have given 2 here. So I have left with 3, 5, 8 for all the other numbers. So the next step or the next number can be filled in either, let's say if I have given 2 in the first place, so 2, so 3, 5, 8 is left, and 0 is also now available in this place. So if I'm talking about this place, 3, 5, 8 is available and 0 is also available. So this place also can be filled in 4 ways. Now, if I have put any other number there, so that means there are 3 numbers left for the third place. Let's say I have given 2 here and 3 here. Then for the third place, I have 0, 5, or 8. And out of that, I have given 0, let's say here. So I have 5 and 8 left for the second place. So second place can be filled in 2 ways. And finally, let's say the last number should be placed in the 1 digit. So there is no such choice available for the last place. So the first place can be filled in 4 ways. The second place can also be filled in 4 ways. The third place filled in 3 ways. Fourth place in 2 way, and the last place in 1 way. So why we are doing multiplication? So if you recall the foundational class, what we talked about for each of these. So if I put 2 in the first place, I can put 3, 5, 8, 0, anything in the second place. And for all of that, let's say I put 3. For all of that, I put the third place in 3 different ways. So let's say I put 2 here and I put 3 here. So for 3, I can put 5 here. For 1, 3, I will put 8 here. For another 2, 3, I can put 0 here. So for if I fix the first 2 place, for I will be able to, for each of these 2 number, I will have 3 options to fill the third place. So similarly, like I say, I put 2 in the first place, I will have 4 options in the second place. Now for each option in that second place, I will have further 3 options in the third place. For each options in the third place, I will have further 2 options in second place. So this is a multiplication. So this is not an addition, because for these choices are not individual, or I would say mutually exclusive kind of choices. So here you are making choices which will impact the further choices. So if you are picking any one item for the first place, you can pick the second item in 4 ways. For each of the 4 ways, you can choose the third item in 3 ways. For each of the choices in the third place, you will able to choose the fourth place in 2 ways. So this is a multiplication. For each of the choices, there are other choices. So that's why it's a multiplication. So the number is 4 4s are 16, 48, 96 ways. So there are 96 ways you can create a 5-digit number. Okay. Now, if someone tell you how many 4-digit number, how you are going to do it? How many 4-digit number? Okay, so there is one catch here. They said without repetition. Without repetition. Okay. How many 4-digit number possible? So if there are 4 digits left over there, so the first place can again be filled in 4 ways. 2, 3, 5, or 8. 0 cannot come. For each of that, I will have 4 options here. If I take 2, 3, 5, 8, and 0 are possible in the second place, then 3 options in the third place and 2 options in the fourth place. So 4, 4, 3, 2. So 48. No, sorry, still 96 ways you can form a 4-digit number, right? So there are 96 ways you can find a 5-digit number. There are 96 ways you can find a 4-digit number. This is also without repetition. This is also without repetition. Now, if I think of with repetition, what will happen? Let's say there are 5 digits. With repetition means I can fill the first digit in 4 ways. Obviously, I cannot put 0. Even with repetition, that particular constraint exists, because I cannot fill the first place with 0. So with repetition, let's say there are 4 ways I can fill the first digit. So then the next place, I will have 5 options, all the 5 options, because repetition is allowed. Even if I take 2 in the first place, I have 2 available also in the second place. So 2, 3, 5, 8, 0, all the 4 digits are available here. Then for each of that, I will again have all the 5 digits available in the third place, because repetition is allowed. So again, I will have 5 digits in the fourth place, 5 digit in the last place. So this is 4 into 5 to the power 4. This many number of ways you can form a 5-digit number with repetition. So you understand first what is the difference between without and with repetition. With repetition allows you to choose all the numbers at any given stage, as long as it is satisfying the criteria of a 5-digit number. But with repetition, every number you choose, that number is not available in the subsequent choices. But the fundamental concept remains same. So I hope this without repetition, with repetition, how to form how many number of digits, that part is clear. Now let's move to our next problem. Let's say 0, 3, 2, 5, 8. Again, same. Say 5-digit number. How many? And we are primarily focusing about without repetition. Let's say without repetition. How many 5-digit number that we have seen? How many where the number is even? Where the number is even. So a little complex one. So they said how many 5-digit number possible where the number is even. Now to do that, where the number is even, so let's say there are 5-digit number. So to get the number as even, the number out of these 5 digits, the number should either end with 0, or the number should ends with 8, or the number should ends with 2. Sorry, the number should end with 0, 2 or 8. These are the only three possibilities when the 5-digit number will be an even number. If the number ends with 3, it will not be a 5-digit number. If the number ends with 5, it will also not be a 5-digit number. So let's say how many 5-digit number I can find where 0 is my last digit. Again, apply that same approach. So the first place, now 0 is already taken, and I said without repetition. So 0 cannot be the choice anyway in the first place. So I have 3, 2, 5, 8, 4 options to select in the first place. So let's say 4 options here. Now 0 is fixed here. 4 option here in the first place. So the second place, whatever I choose between 3 to 5, 8 in the first place, I will have 3 options in the second. I'll have 2 options left in the third, and I will have 1 option left in the fourth. So if I pick 3 in the first place, I will have 2, 5, 8 to choose in the third place. Let's say I pick 2 from there, I'll have 5 or 8 to choose in the third place. Let's say I pick 5, then I'll have 1 more option left on the fourth place. So the number of 5-digit number with 0 at the end will be 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. So there are 24 ways. Now, similarly, let's see how many numbers you can choose when 2 is the last digit. Now, if 2 is the last digit, 2 is not available for choice. Now, I have 0, 2, 5, 8. Out of that, only 3 can come in the first place, 2, 5, and 8. For the 3 coming in the first place, I will also have 3 in the second place because now 0 is available in the second place. So if I take 3 in the first place, I will have, let's say I have taken 3 as a number in the first place. I will have 0, 2, 0, 5, and 8 available in the second place. So there are 3 ways. Similarly, there are 2 ways to choose in the third place and 1 way to choose in the last place. So 2 is fixed. So then again, there are 18 ways. Okay. Now, if you see this, then 8 is fixed here. So then again, in the same way, 3 number in the first, 3 number in the second, 2 number in the third, and 1 choice in the last. 18 ways. So there are total 60 numbers possible, which are even and a 5-digit number with all this. Okay. Now, let's do a small variation of this. I hope this is clear. So what we're trying to do, how many even numbers are possible with all these 5 digits. So I identify what should be my last digits, and from there I have figured out what will be my what for each of the last digit. So let's say 0 is the last digit, how many 5-digit possible? 2 is the last digit, how many 5-digit possible? 8 is the last digit, how many 5-digit possible? So we have individually taken out all that, and then we have added total number of 5-digit numbers, 60, which is and 65-digit number possible, which are even with these 5 numbers, 5 digits given to you. Now let's do a little variation. The same problem, let's say where the number is even, instead of we have where the number is divisible by 4. Where the number is divisible by 4. So we have complicated a little more, and we said, we are not focusing only on even numbers. Even within even numbers, we have to see how many numbers are divisible by 4. Okay. So what is the criteria of divisibility of 4? Recall your number system class. It says the last 2 digit has to be divisible by 4. So let's say the last 2 digits, what are the possible last 2 digits which can be divisible by 4? So let's say if I have 0, 8 in the last digit, that will be divisible by 4. Okay. What else? If I have 0, 8 in the last digit, that will be divisible by 4. So with 0, there is nothing, 0 as in the 4th place, there is nothing possible in the 5th place apart from 8, where the last 2 digit will be divisible by 4. 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 5, none of them are possible. So let's say 2 here. 2 is higher than 0. So with 2, 2, 3 is not divisible by 4. 2, 5, no. 2, 0, yes. And I have 2, 8. So this 3 condition when 2 is the fourth digit. Let's say what is above 2, 3. So if I put 3, 3, 0, not divisible by 4, 3, 2, yes. No 3, 5, no 3, 8. So that is not possible. After 3, if I pick 5, what is the last digit that is possible to make it divisible by 4? 5, 0, not divisible by 4. 5, 3, not divisible by 4. 5, 2, 5, 2, yes, divisible by 4. 5, 8, not divisible by 4. The last one, what we have, 8. Now 8, 0, yes, divisible by 4. 8, 3, no. 8, 2, no. 8, 5, no. So these are the only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ending last 2 digits where the number, whatever be the first 3 number, the number will be divisible by 4. Okay. So let's see how many ways it is possible. So in the first scenario, when I'm doing this 0, 8, so the first number can be selected in 3 ways because 0 is already taken, 0 and 8. So 3, 2, 5 is left. So 3 ways the first number, again second number 2 way, and the third number 1 way. Either you take 3, 2, 5. So there are 6 ways that you can do the first number. What will happen in the second number? Again 0 is taken and 2 is taken. So the first number will be between 3, 5 and 8. So 3 ways, 2 ways, and last is 1 way. So again a 6. 2, 8, what is possible? With 2, 8, now 0 have not been taken. So 0 cannot come in the first place. So the first place will be filled either by 3 or 5. So 2 options. Second place also 2 options. Now 0 is available. And then 1. So there are total 4 ways. Okay. Now when 3, 2 are there, again, I will have 4 ways because 0 will not be available in the first place. So 4 ways. 5, 2 also I will have 4 ways because same 3, 2, 5, 2, whatever you take, if you take non-zero numbers at the last 2 digits, then obviously there are 4 ways you can fill the first 3 digits. So 4 ways. And this also, this 0 is there. So this is also 3 into 2 into 1. 6 ways. So the total number of ways is 12, 16, 20, 24, 30. There are total 30 numbers possible which are divisible by 4. So you understand how to do when the numbers are even versus how to do when the numbers are divisible by 4. So again, absolutely basic logic, step by step, we should be able to solve it. So what we did, we have identified what should be the last 2 digits because that's the criteria of a number divisible by 4. Last 2 digits should be divisible by 4. So we taken out all the scenarios of last 2 digits when it is divisible by 4. And then see for each of this scenario how many numbers can be possible in the first 3 places, so that we can add all those numbers and find the latest numbers. So that is total 30. Okay. Okay. Now let's do a different type of problem. Let's say 0, 3, 2, 5, 8. Again, the same 5 digits. 5 digit, you have to find out the number of 5 digit number. Again, without repetition, obviously. And where 2 and 8 come together. So what they are saying, you have to put 2 and 8 together. Now, if you have to put 2 and 8 together, that means 2 and 8 should be considered as one set. Okay. So if so 2 and 8 together, they will form one set. Okay. So this is one way of doing it. So if you have 5 digit number, let's see if 2 and 8 has to come together, how many ways they can come together. So they can come either 2, 8, and I'm saying 2 and 8 come together in a way that can be 2, 8 also, that can be 8, 2 also. So let's consider first for 2, 8, what are the different scenarios? So 2, 8 can be in the very first place if they have to come together. What are the other scenarios? They will be in the second place. Or what are the other scenarios? They will be in the third place, starting from third place. So first, second place, second, third place, third, fourth place, or the last possibilities when they are in the last two state. Okay. So these are the four scenarios when 2, 8 that way will come together. Okay. Now, if 2 and 8 are coming together, in the first scenario, you will have the third place to be filled in three ways because 3, 5, and 0 are left. Second place in 2 way, and the third place is 1 way. So 6 ways you can fill this up, right? So there are 6 ways you can fill this place. You can fill the other 3 places. So if 2 and 8 in the second and third place in this scenario, if 2 and 8 in the second and third place, so the first place will be filled in 2 ways only because 2, 8 is taken. So 3 and 5 can only fill the first place. So 2. So this part is fixed. This part is fixed. This part is fixed. This part is fixed. So then my fourth place has 2 more options. If I, let's say between 3 and 5, I have taken 3, then my fourth place should have 5 or 0, anything. So then again 2 possible and 1 possible. So there are 4 ways. Similarly, 2, 8 in the first place means first number will be 2 ways, second number will be another 2 ways, and the last number is 1 way possible. So again 4 ways. 2, 8 again in the last stage. So that means first number possible in 2 ways only, second number also 2 way, third number 1 way possible. There are 4. So 6, 4 is 10, 14, 18. So there are 18 ways you can make 2 and 8 together. Now understand, for 2 and 8 together, for all of these 18 scenario, 2, 8 is what we have considered. For all of these 18 numbers, there will be, each number can also be made differently. Instead of 2, 8, if I start writing 8, 2, it will also create the same 8, a different set of 18 numbers, but the same way. So if 2 and 8 come together, they can come together either as 2, 8 or they can come together as 8, 2. So considering for only for 2, 8, there are 18 5-digit number possible. Now, if 2, 8 become 8, 2, then there are similar 18 numbers possible. So for 8, 2 as unit, another 18 numbers. So total 36 numbers possible where 2 and 8 can come together. Okay. Okay. Now let's complicate this a little more and say where 2, instead of where 2 and 8 come together, what we will do, if we see where 2 and 8 coming together, this is being done. What we will do, instead of 2 and 8 coming together, I'll delete this part. And let's say, so we have seen 2 and 8 coming together. There are 36 ways you can make a 5-digit number. Now, instead of 2 and 8 coming together, what we are saying, instead of this, what we are saying, just a minute. So we are saying 2 comes before 8. Now there is no possibility of it has to 2 has to come before 8. Clear? So 2 has to come before 8. That means 2, 8 and 8, 2. You cannot have 8, 2 because in the previous scenario that is only 2, 8 is possible. But also understand this cannot be a subsequent numbers of 2 and 8. So 2 comes before 8 means 2, then there may be 1 number and then 8, there may be 2 number and then 8. Does not mean 8 has to come right after 2. 8 has to come after 2, but may or may not be right after 2. Okay. So what are the scenarios? Now, in the first place, let's see how we can approach this. So again, there are 5 digits. So 2 has to come either in the first place. So 2 has to come either in the first place, second place, third place, fourth place. 2 cannot come in the fifth place, because if 2 is coming in the fifth place, that means 8 has to come before 2, and that is not a feasibility. So if 2 comes in the first place, then all the numbers possible, all the 5-digit number possible, 8 will always be after 2. So 2, then that means the 4, and this number can be formed in 4 ways: 3, 5, 8, and 0. And then this number 3-way, this number 2-way, this number 1-way. So all the 24 numbers possible, 8 will always be after 2, because 2 is in the first place. Whatever way you can form, 8 has to be at the end. So then if we have 2 here, then this place, the first place where 2 is in the second place, then the first place cannot have 0 or 8. The first place cannot have 0 or 8. So that means the first place can be filled only in 2 ways, 3 or 5. So 2 is fixed here, 2 is fixed here. So then the first place can be filled in 2 ways, but the third place can be filled in 3 ways, because if I don't have 2, 0, and 8 in the first place, I have 3 or 5 in the first place. So if I take 3, then 5, 0, and 8, all 3 are available in the third place. So the third place can be filled in 3 ways, second place in 2 way, and the last place is 1 way. So then to the 12. So total 12 numbers possible when 2 is in the second place. Let's see if 2 is in the third place, what is possible. If 2 is in the third place, then the first place cannot have 0 and 8. Second place cannot have 8. So the first place cannot have 0 and 8. The second place cannot have 8. Okay. So the first place can be again filled in 2 ways, between 3 and 5. The second place here can also be filled in 2 ways, because whatever is left from 3 and 5, and only 0 is available. Okay. And then the last, this place also filled in 2 ways, because now 8 is also available along with the one that is left from the beginning, and 1. So 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. So there are 8 ways, right? Now let's see if I put 2 in the last stage. Okay. If I put 2 in the last, fourth step, 8 has to come here. There is no other option. 8 has to come here. So 2, 8 is kind of fixed for me. Then the first place can be filled in 2 ways, 3 and 5. The second place can be filled in 2 ways, and the last place can be filled in 1 way. So there are 4 ways. So these 2 are fixed. Okay. So then you have 36, 44, 48 ways. 48 ways to fill it, to create a 5-digit number. So understand the problem well. So 2 comes before 8. So 2 can come before 8 means 2, 8 may or may not be together. So 2 has to come before 8. So there may be 1, 2, or 3 digits between 2 and 8. Okay. So when 2 comes in the first place, there are all the numbers possible, 5-digit number possible has to have 8 after 2. So there are 24 ways. If 2 is in the second place, the first place cannot have 0 or 8. Then you see how many numbers, 5-digit number you can possible with that constraint. Similarly, 2 in the third place, the first place cannot have 0 and 8. The second place cannot have 8. With this constraint, how many 5-digit number? Then 2 in the fourth place, you know the last number has to be 8. So the first 3 numbers can be filled in how many ways? So this is the step-by-step approach, and with the constraint, what I'm teaching you, how to form the number of numbers. That is possible with certain constraint given. So basically, what I'm trying to do in this example is basically making you comfortable in thinking how many numbers possible when I'm keep adding a constraint to your problem. Okay. Now, let's say, let's move to the next one. Let's say again 0, 3, 2, 5, 8, and I'm asking you how many 5-digit number where there is 1 digit between 2 and 0. So what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to see different type of constraint and whether you can think through those particular constraint and come up with an answer. That's what we are trying to do here. Okay. So let's say, so what they said 2 and 0. Now, if you see 2 and 0, so 2 and 0, how many ways it's possible? So there is 1 digit has to come between 2 and 0. So 2 and 0 can be here. This is one possibility. Let's write the possibilities. 1 digit between 2 and 0. So that is a possibility that 2 and 0 here. Then there is a possibility 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where 2 and 0 are here. So if 2 has to go before 0, then these are the only three possibilities. First place, third place, second place, fourth place, third place, fifth place. So these are the three scenarios. If 0 has to come before 2, if 0 has to come before 2, then how many ways possible? So if 0 has to come before 2, 0 cannot come in the first place. So this has to be 0 and 2. And then this is another scenario where 0 and 2. So these are my fixed numbers. Okay. So 0 and 2, 0 and 2, and 0 and 2 is this is the only way you can form. Now you can possibly see for each of the 5 scenarios, how many numbers possible in each scenario. Okay. So let's say the first scenario, how many ways the numbers are possible? This can be filled in 3 ways. This can be filled in 2 way, and this can be filled in 1 way. So 6 numbers. Again, 2 and 0 are taken. So between 3, 5, 8, this can be filled in 3 ways, 2 ways, and 1 way. So 6. Again, 2 and 0 are taken. So 3 ways, 2 ways, 1 way. So total 6 ways possible. Okay. Then 2 and 0 are taken. Again, the first digit is 3 ways, 2 ways, 1 way. 6. Again, 3 ways, 2 ways, 1 way. 6. Total 30 ways possible where there is 1 digit between 2 and 0. So now I hope you are getting the sense of it, how to form a different set of numbers with certain different constraints. This is a very important type of problem. That's why I take one problem today and completely walk you through all the different type of questions that can come. Now let's move to the 2 very important type of problem and see how we can do it. So again, let's say we have 0, 3, 2, 5, 8. Find sum of all 4-digit numbers possible without repetition, obviously. Sum of all 4-digit number possible. So basically, we're trying to find out the sum. Now, if you see typically what we do, if we are doing a sum of a number, sum of 2 numbers, what we typically do, let's understand that first. Let's say you have 200 or let's say 230 as a number and 120 as a number. Okay. So what we do typically, we do 350, that's the sum. But what we are trying to do is, we are trying to do each number, basically 230 means what? 2 into 100, because 2 is in the hundreds position, plus 3 into 10, because 3 is in the 10th position, plus 0 into 1. So this gives me 230, and 120, again we do 1 into 100, plus 2 into 10, plus 0 into 1. So basically, we are trying to find out the positional value of each of the digit and add them. So that's what we do. So similarly, I have to see how many 4-digit number possible. So first, let's say I start with 2. Okay. So if I start with 2, then there are how many? Total 24 numbers possible. So there are total 24 numbers possible. How I got that 24 number? Because then this number can be filled in 4 ways, this number in 3 ways, and this number in 2 ways. So there are, if 2 is the starting digit, then there are total 24 numbers possible. 24. So can I say all these 24 numbers where positional value of 2 is 2 into 1000 or 2000, right? This is, so there are total 24 numbers possible where positional value of 2 is 2 into 1000. Okay. Now similarly, if I have 2 in the second place, so that means the first place filled in 3 ways. Obviously, 0 won't come. So the first place filled in 3 ways. The second place is another 3 ways. Third place is 2 ways. So 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18. So there are 18 numbers where positional value of 2 is 2 into 100, 200. Similarly, if I have 2 in the third place, then also I will have 18 numbers where positional value of 2 is 2 into 10, that is 20. Okay. Similarly, I will have 2 in the last place. 2 in the last place also I will have 18 numbers. And the positional value into 1, 2. So we know that in the first place there are 24 such numbers possible where positional value of 2 is 2000. So basically what we are doing, 24 into 2 into 1000 plus this term. What we're doing, 24 into 2 into 1000 plus 18 into 100 into 2 plus 18 into 10 into 2 plus 18 into 1 into 2. So that is what we are trying to do, because all the numbers that 2 is at the beginning, 2's positional value is 1000. So 24 into 2 into 1000, that should be added. Now, if you think this very carefully, the first number can be anything between 2, 3, 5, and 8. First number can be anything between 2, 3, 5, and 8. So instead of 2, what if I have to find out the sum of all the numbers, thousands position value, then what I have to do instead of 2, I have to do 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8, okay, into 1000. Similarly, 18 into, I have to do all the values, 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8. Obviously, 0 won't contribute, into 2. Then similarly for 10, sorry, not into 2, into 100. Because in the hundredths place, all the numbers can come. Then 18, 10th place, I have to do 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8. Plus the last one that I have to do, 18 into 1 into, again 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8. So basically, what I'm trying to do, here is, I'll just write. So what I'm trying to do, 24 into 1000 into for all the numbers 2, 3, 5, 8. For all each of these number, there are 24 numbers possible at the beginning. So the first place, if it is filled with 2 or 3 or 5 or 8, there are 24 number possible, and for each of that, the positional value will be multiplied by 1000. Plus, if it is in the second place, then there are another 18 numbers possible. So 18 into 100 into 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8. Okay? Then there are 18 number possible when each of these number in the third place. So again, 18 into 10 into 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8. Then finally, you have 18 into 1 into 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8. So I hope you understand this. You can calculate this and let me know the answer. And also, and let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a number. Sum of all, let's say, 3-digit number. Can you try this problem at home and let me know what is your answer for this? There are 5 digits I have given to you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find out the sum of all the 3-digit number that is possible. And let me know in a comment section. If you are unable to solve it, please reach out in the mail ID given in the description box. I'll help you, but try. It's the same way we will try that we have done the previous problem. This is one problem for your home. Okay. Now, the last problem for today, let's say 0, 2, 3, 5, 8. This 5-digit become my favorite digit for today. We're solving all the problem with this, but we have solved all the different type of. So after solving this, you should not have problem in solving, finding out the number of numbers or anything permutation combination with numbers. You have seen all the possible variation. So let's say if we get all 4-digit number and arrange in ascending order. So that means small to large. Arrange in ascending order. Find a rank of 3582. Can you tell me what will be the rank of 3582 if I find all the 4 digits number and arrange in an ascending order? So let's see how to do this. Okay. So what is the smallest 4-digit number? So the smallest 4-digit number is basically starts with 2. Okay. 2035. This is the smallest 4-digit number. Similarly, the largest 4-digit number possible is nothing but 8532. That we know how to find the smallest and the largest number. Now 3582 has to be in between. So we'll start with 2035 and go till 3582. Okay. So can I say every number starts with 2 will be less than 3582? So every number starts with 2 will be less than 3582. So how many numbers I will have? So if I put 2 in the first place, I'll have this place in 4 ways can be filled. This place can be filled in 3 ways. This place can be filled in 2 ways. So there are total 24 numbers possible. So all these 24 numbers will be lesser than 3582. Okay. Now starting with 3, if I fix 0 here, then all the numbers coming with 3 and 0 at the start will be less than 3582. So how many ways? So this place can be filled in 3 ways. 3 and 0 are taken. So 258, it can be anything. This place can be filled in 2 ways. Okay. So there are 6 numbers possible here, right? Similarly, if I fix this place as 3 and 2, then all the numbers possible after this will also be less than 3582 because it is less than 3500. So this place will also be filled in 2 ways. So 3 into 2, so 6 ways. Okay. Now coming to, so 3 0 is taken, 3 2 is taken. I cannot take 3 8 because every number of 3 8 is more than 3 5 8 2. So I have to take 3 5. Now if I take 3 5, 3 5, now what are the numbers left with me? The numbers left with me is 2 0 and 8. Okay, 2 0 and 8. If I have to arrange them, so there are 6 numbers possible which can be taken. So this can be 0 2, which is the lowest. Then with 3 5 only, we will have 0 8. Okay, so with 3 5 only, we will have 0 8. And then with 3 5 only, we will have 2 0. So out of this number, I'm just trying to see if I have then 3 5, what are the last, which is 0 2 0 8 2 0. Then I can have 2 8. So all these are less than 3 5 8 2. So then again 3 5. So 0 2 0 8 is done. 2 0 2 8 is done. Then I will have 8 0. That is also lesser than 3 5 8 2. Then I will have 3 5 8 2. So all the 6 digits that can come in the last two stages between 2 0 8. So out of that, 3 5 8 2 will be the largest one. So this is one number coming from here, one from here, one from here, one from here, one from here. So 24, 30, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. This is the 42nd number. Okay, so the rank of this is 42nd. Okay, so you see how we got a rank of a number by arranging in a smaller to larger one. So basically the idea is we'll take first two, see all the numbers that has to be, that will surely be less than the number starting with 3. 3 0 always be lesser than starting with 3 5. 3 2 always be lesser than starting with 3 5. Then for 3 5, how many numbers that are there which are possible with the other numbers but less than 8 2. So with 2 0 8, the last two numbers can be filled in 6 ways, because 3 number 2 plus, it's a 6 ways possible. How many ways you can choose 2 numbers out of 3 numbers? It's basically 6 ways. So and obviously the arrangement is possible. So 0 2 2 0, 0 8 8 0, 2 8 8 2. So if I arrange them in an ascending order, 8 2 will be the 6th digit. So 36 from there, and the 6th digit from arranging 8 2. So 42nd is the digit that we should be looking for. So I hope this session was helpful. You are able to understand the different nuances of taking a particular problem and solving all the different type of digit related problem. So next class also we will continue on some fundamental problems, the different type of fundamental problems. Then finally we'll come to the third session where we'll do the advanced level problem. So please go through this, try to solve the problem I have given, or try to solve different type of problem of similar kind. And then the other type of permutation combination foundational problem we will solve in the next session. So if this is helpful, please like, share, subscribe. That means a lot for me to keep churning out videos one after the other for complete free. And hope this is going to help you unblock your mind to some of the complex topics like permutation combination. Feel free to reach out if you are not clear anywhere, or if you need a double click on some place, or you have stuck anywhere, or you need any guidance, anything related to your preparation for CAT, be it this topic or anything else, you can drop me a mail in the mail ID given in the description box, and I'll take it from there. So see you. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.